Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the Drama and Ramen podcast. I'm Simon, the spiky-haired emo with amnesia. With me is the lovely Zoe, a sociopathic killer who burned down my village. And
I'm a little offended.
Of course, Stefan, the beefy chef.
I think beefy chef is a little, I don't know. Like, yeah.
I think you might
I was
have
just saying,
I don't know. I feel like Crash
I know
Bandicoot
about-
#1 fan is a more apt description of the person I am and try to be.
I was just trying to be relevant to the topic.
Okay.
Guys. Speaking of which, what
Do you
show
want to
did we watch this
redo
week?
that?
Should we redo it?
Can we redo that where I don't cut in because I'm an idiot?
I think it was good.
Okay, yeah, we'll just cut this part.
No, this is nice. It's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, the audience can see into my mind of me being
Conversational.
self-conscious.
You know, it shows we're human. You know.
Yeah.
Now back to the question: what show did we watch this week, guys?
Final Fantasy XIV, Dad of Light.
Dad of Light.
Possibly the best show of 2017.
I hated it.
I mean, The Leftovers
hated
was
it?
pretty good, but like Final Fantasy XIV Dad of Light, hot damn.
I will say it was surprisingly good. I went into it with very low expectations, but I was
I
surprised.
came out of it with really low expectations.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
Well, before we review it, should we give like a quick summary here?
Of like what we're doing or the show?
No. Well, I guess both.
All right, so every once in a while on a schedule that we haven't like decided on yet, we're going to be talking about 2 or 3 episodes of J-dramas that we have watched.
Hell yeah.
Because we
And-
all discovered that is something we all like
best
very
thing.
much.
And this week we watched Final Fantasy Dad of Light. Was it? No. It's what number Final Fantasy do they play in it?
It's 14 because
14?
it's the MMO.
Right, 14. What? Didn't like 14 get like it was really bad and they had to reboot it or something?
Yeah, so like
That's not
14 came out and it was like super bad, and then like it got
Mhm.
patched and patched, and then it got relaunched as Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, and apparently that is a wonderful, just great MMO.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, let's back to the topic at hand. What
Okay.
what was this show about? Guys, wanna give a short? Why don't we each describe an episode?
Okay, can I describe the pilot?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so Akio and his father have
Mhm.
drifted.
I didn't remember his name.
I have it written on my notes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You probably took way better notes. than
Yeah,
I
so
did.
funny story about my notes. The notebook I'm using for this is the same notebook I'm using for Danganronpa. So like it's Final
Oh.
Fantasy notes, and then it's like the murder took place in the boys' bathroom.
Okay.
So Akio,
continue.
so Akio and his dad have like drifted apart in recent years, but they bonded over playing Final Fantasy in the past, and for some unknown reason,
For no, he just gets the game. For it, there's a lot of unknown reasons in this show. I have to say.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, a lot of plot holes, a lot of flashbacks.
we are only like 2 or 3 episodes in, so they may
That's
like
true.
patch that in later.
Do you think they like explain why he bought the game and why he quit his job and stuff?
Yeah, I bet they do like a deep dive on the father's psyche about why this was the one game he would be able to buy for his child.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that's something they might save. But sorry, I keep
It's
interrupting.
okay.
Continue.
It's a very silly show. I like it a lot.
Yes, I
um,
think we're off to a good, setting a good theme here.
I like that when they're at the store to buy the first video game that this kid has ever bought. Like, they're looking out the store window, and his dad looks at him and says, "Leave it to me," and then it cuts to them coming home with Final Fantasy. It's very funny.
Is that what happened?
I think so. That's what my notes say.
I thought they were like at the store window and the dad's like, "Whoa, what game do you want?" And he points at the one that's like clearly lit up. You know, like it's the like the one that clearly stands out
Foreshadowing.
among all the other games. And the kid's like, "I want that one."
Yeah, they have like the entire row of Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Well, they don't even go into this. You don't even see them go into the store. do
No,
you?
they just like buy
No.
it. They
Just
reach. His dad's actually a ghost. He reaches in through the window, buys Final Fantasy.
They- he just throws a brick through the window.
Yeah,
and
he
grabs it.
commits a criminal felony, and then they bond. So anyway, they drift apart after bonding over this video game, and then for some unknown reason, his father quits his job.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Many years later.
Many years later, like at least a decade and a half later.
Yeah.
And then his
How old
son,
do you think the son is at this point?
he's working at a
I thought
company.
he was 17.
But he's still living in his parents' house. Is that like a normal thing?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
I will Google that later.
All right. Yes.
Um,
Probably should have done a little more
Whoops.
research. I should have. Anyway. But continue. Sorry.
no, Zoe wanted to say something.
Oh, sorry.
No, I just said whoops.
Oop. But yeah, Akio is still very into Final Fantasy all these years later, and his dad quits his job mysteriously. We don't know why he did it.
Do you think Akio played all the Final Fantasy games in between?
That's a lot of dedication.
Because he's seen playing the first one as a child, right?
Yeah.
Actually, this could... Okay, hold on. You keep talking.
There's
but
at
I'm gonna do
least
some little
15 Final
research.
Fantasies, which is kind of antithetical to the title of
Well,
the video
I wanna
game franchise.
See how much? Because that was like it was advertised in the window as like. It seemed like they were advertising it like this game just came out. So.
Okay, so later,
All right.
so it's
sorry.
fast forward
I'll
like
research.
15
Do
years, I
this.
guess. The dad quits his job mysteriously and won't talk about it with anyone. And so instead of talking to the dad like a regular human being would, the son hatches this plan to get his dad into the Final Fantasy MMO and then kind of
Mhm.
silently follow him around for weeks or months or however long and like become his best friend in the video game and then talk about personal problems that he's having in real life in the video game.
Yeah, and they always seem to correspond somehow.
Yeah, by like running around in circles or just screaming.
Yeah. Okay, so I
That
looked
was,
it up.
that was a solid joke, by the way, when like they were like, "How are you?" and he just started screaming. That was good.
That was my
I
favorite,
love
but
that.
I want to talk about that later. But
Okay.
let me just say, I looked it up. The first Final Fantasy came out in 1987. Final Fantasy XIV came out in 2010.
Wow.
So the difference between that is what 23 years.
Do you know
Uh,
when the
let's-
relaunch
let's
was?
see- No, I don't. But that makes it even longer. So he must be like 35 in the show.
Because he was like,
I don't know.
He doesn't seem like he's that old.
No.
no, he has that like youthful like charisma,
Yeah.
except when he has to like interact with another person. That's where it falls apart.
No, that just shows how youthful he is because he's like a bumbling.
Man, look at this
He's
down
like-
on his luck fella at a good paying company. He has a
Well,
stable
he's-
job. Don't you feel sorry for him?
No, I mean he's very innocent,
Mm.
like very youthful, in his. I don't know. I lost it here, but
So yeah, that's
So I need to confess
Bas-
that's
something
pretty much
about...
the first. You didn't just cover the first episode, by the way. You covered like all three of them.
Oh, whoops. I don't know. It all felt like one episode.
Kind of.
Okay, Zoe, do you
So-
want to talk kind of about the?
Well-
So actually, before we do that, I just realized that the voice recorder I'm using only goes for 10 minutes,
Mm.
and I've almost run out.
Okay.
You should have gone without the dashes.
Yes. Go on to onlinevoicerecorder.com, but without the dashes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me stop this, save it, and start a new recording.
Boop-a-doop. Okay, one.
Wait,
Two.
okay, let's start again.
Oh
Go.
my, Simon.
Sorry.
Oh, you silly
Simon!
goose. One.
2.
3,
1.
2.
3.
We did it. Oh my God,
Okay.
Simon, you're the dead weight on the team.
I'm
We're
sorry.
gonna cut you out of the podcast.
Okay, welcome back, guys. Sorry about that.
You better keep that in. I want to know everyone knows that your days are numbered.
I'll keep that in. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to switch to Audacity because the thing I was using had a max of 10 minutes. But now we should be good, unless something else screws up. I believe when we left off, we were going to talk about the second episode then. Zoe, do you want to tell us about the second episode?
Sure. So the second episode was
Was
that
the
all
one
about
with
like the boss who was like really creepy and kind of pervy and was like into baseball or something?
Oh, is that the one
What?
where the guy was like, "Why are all the women quitting the company?"
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that was so stupid to me. 'Cause
They just wanted pink
and
outfits.
the lady was like, "I'm quitting the company because the uniforms suck." And
I
well,
am here
I
for
found it
my
weird.
Final Fantasy role playing, not my
Yeah.
office dynamics.
I also found it weird that they had uniforms. Like the men didn't seem to have uniforms, and not all the
Yeah.
women had uniforms. So I didn't really get that. I guess
Yeah, I didn't either.
why did they have enforced uniforms? It's not a school.
I mean, we don't know that company.
I get
true.
They could be working for Square Enix.
Okay. But yeah, you want to give us I guess we pretty much summed it up.
Yeah, we kinda did.
actually.
So yeah, that was the
Well,
episode.
that's the
It was a waste
subplot.
of our damn time.
Well, what happened with the dad and the son in that?
I have,
I don't
I have
remember.
extensive notes on the dad's role-playing
In-
activities.
In my
Okay.
notes, I just wrote Papa Indy has cramps and he's dying, and I don't remember this.
Say that again?
He like started holding his stomach or something.
Oh,
Or was it his
Indy.
heart?
Right, I forgot
Papa
that his
Indy.
name
I wrote
in
Papa
the,
Indy.
in the
Oh my
game
God,
was Indiana
this.
Jones. That was a great scene, honestly.
When they were
Um,
like, "What do you want to name your character?" and he said Inoue, and his son looked so offended.
yeah, I actually looked it up afterwards. So Inoue is the 17th most popular surname in Japan.
Ah,
So that's like
what's number
That's
1
like a-
through 16?
I don't. Do you want me to look that up?
No,
right
you
now?
don't need to
Yes.
do that.
Okay, but so
wanna know.
for instance, the 17th most popular surname here in the great United States of America is Thompson. So that'd be like naming your fantasy character Thompson, which is yeah.
You know, I was thinking
Oh.
about getting into Final Fantasy XIV, but I didn't have a name for my character, so I didn't. But now I have Thompson, so here we go.
There you go, Thompson. There you go. But yeah, that was good. This show, I have to say, it has really good transitions between like the part where it's like you can't name your character Inoue, you gotta name it something like an adventurer would have. The dad's like, oh, an adventurer, and then it transitions to the character walking away with Indiana Jones over his head. That was good.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the extensive masturbation joke in the third episode?
What?
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 I don't remember this.
Do you not
Neither.
remember that?
I don't remember this.
When the okay, so I think it's in the third episode.
Maybe
The
if
dad
we don't
doesn't have a
remember
keyboard.
it, maybe it just didn't happen.
And no, the
No,
dad
this
does
is the
have a
second
keyboard.
episode.
So it's messed.
We can
Is
just
it the
pretend it
second?
didn't
Okay,
happen.
the dad's keyboard is messed. Sorry, it's in the second episode.
Oh
The
my
dad's
god,
keyboard is
this. I
messed
know
up.
what you're talking about now.
And then he comes upstairs.
Yeah, he does,
and-
Simon.
Whoa, hey, no, not like that. The dad comes upstairs and knocks on the door, and the son's like, "Oh, I gotta hide the Final Fantasy," and then he tries to switch off the computer, and then everything gets messed up, and like tissues get involved, and then the dad comes in, and he sees. That
He's
was like
I got a friend request.
oh, that's right. It was the friend request thing then.
Yeah.
I thought it was like the keyboard thing.
Like
where
this-
it's keyboard, which by the way was another hilarious joke when
Oh,
in
yeah.
the game comes up. The son comes up to the dad, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And the dad's like, "Ah." Just
Yeah, the
constant
prolonged
A's.
silence and then the screaming.
Yeah.
I
That
don't
was
think
great.
that the show itself is funny, but I think the parts that take place within the game are actually hilarious.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's that's so funny to me because it's like I think the contrast is really good because it's like in the Final Fantasy universe, and it's kind of it sets up this expectancy that everything's gonna be all serious and like fantasy-ish, but then you have the dad who really doesn't understand how to play it that well, and then it comes into the game world, and I don't know.
It's like if you took that Final Fantasy like 15 movie that came out last year and just put Michael Cera in it, and he was like, "Oh, what does this do?" And he started touching stuff.
Yeah, and he just like walked into walls all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably analyzing the humor too much here.
I don't know. I feel like the show has great comedic moments that like when viewed on their own are pretty good, but then like
Yeah.
when viewed as like a piece of this other piece of media, it like diminishes somehow.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from.
Because like for all the very funny jokes about okay, but like
Masturbation.
the characters like internal decision-making process of it is better to make him think I was masturbating than playing an anime video game. like that's funny.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Japan's different.
I think that the humor like within the like when they're within the game world is a lot funnier than when they try to do humor outside it. Like the subplots are always kind of weird to me. I don't know. They feel a bit unnecessary, I guess.
Yeah, like with the boss guy when he liked baseball, and like you could only impress him if you talked about baseball.
If you talked about yeah.
I had a boss like that once.
Did you?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like super into basketball, and he only talked to me about the get down in basketball.
All his life.
So we talked about the get down a lot because I don't care about basketball.
Yeah. All right. That's not too bad, I guess. It's I don't know. It's kind of cool how they connect it back to the game in the end. Like I watching the subplots at first, I was like, this is completely unrelated. What the ladies are they don't like their uniforms, and how does that relate? But then it's like, oh, the dad quit Final Fantasy because he couldn't figure out how to wear a sweater in the cold area.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
very funny.
That was good. But yeah, I wish my life I could just play a video game and my current life problems would be solved.
Yeah, I think the moral of the show is quit your job, play MMOs, and you'll be happy.
Like I'm working in a warehouse, and I'm like, how am I gonna transport all these barrels to this van?
I
No.
won't. I'll just go home and play video games.
And then I go home and play some Star Fox. And Peppy said, just do a barrel roll. I'm like, oh. Now I know. That was stupid. I'm sorry. That wasn't worth the build.
You tried, Simon. That's what counts. All right,
I
so
regret to say, but I thought about that before the podcast.
it's
much
okay.
funnier in my head.
It's okay. I mean, podcasting is jazz.
Okay.
All right. So how do we want to end this? Do we want to like have a discussion
I
about?
think we have a bit more
Oh.
mileage to
All
get
right.
out of this. I had a few more points.
Yeah,
I
I
have
a
some
couple other things to
notes.
say.
Okay, let's start with one of your notes.
Okay.
Wait, whose?
let's.
I don't know.
let's
Do
just-
rock paper scissors.
Let's just go around in alphabetical order, and which is convenient to me, and say our notes.
Okay, how about we do reverse alphabetical order? Get bent, Simon Hergenhan.
Fine.
You're
fine,
still in the
sure,
middle either
yeah.
way.
Okay. So wait, alphabetical order.
Reverse.
First name or last? But
First.
okay. Zoe, you want to start?
Why not? Well, first of all, did anyone notice that the kid only wears one sweater?
I love the sweater. I
Like,
wish
I
had
love
that
the sweater.
Where do we come
But-
down on the sweater? Because I was getting a little.
I
Like,
love it.
That
but
was one of my notes. Is that
He needs
I
to
think
wash it
maybe in
once in a
all
while.
caps. I want that sweater. I collect sweaters. Not
Me too.
not really, but
Oh.
when I see a sweater, I must buy it.
I'm much more like of a hood. I'm much more a hoodie person
Oh yeah.
than a sweater person.
Okay.
I mean, like, sometimes I'll, like, go for those hoodies that, like, have no zipper, because that's as close to a sweater as I'll get.
Okay.
I like
So,
hoodies because it's easily used to hide my shame and everything else about me.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's, like, that new type of hoodie that, like, bends the light around you so people don't see you. Like, that's taking off.
Stefan, do you have a note now? Or we're still going in reverse alphabetical order here?
I thought it was... Like, shout out to the mom, the best character in this show. Because, like, she's just hanging in there. Like, her husband quit his job. Her son is playing Final Fantasy in his bedroom, but it's a secret. No one can find out.
Mhm.
She's just super chill and, like, my favorite character so far.
Yeah, she's always making people coffee.
Yeah.
She seems like a
Yeah.
nice lady.
I do have another note that's kind of tangentially related to the mom.
Okay, well, we're going in a triangle here,
Okay.
Stefan, so wait your
Triangles
turn.
don't have 4 points, I get it.
Yes. Okay, let's see. Notes I have. Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted your note now. 'Cause I don't... Oh, you know what? One of my first notes was because you don't like see what the dad and the son look like in the video game before you see the intro. So I was really confused at the intro because there was just this guy and this cat lady looking at each other. Very-
Yeah.
A lot of sexual tension in the air, and I was like,
Yeah,
what
I
is
don't-
this gonna be in the?
I don't like the tension between the in-game avatars of our protagonists.
Me neither. That actually relates back to one of my notes. At the end, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, like, I really don't want to continue watching this show. The only way I would continue to watch it is if the dad and the son, their characters, like the dad, started to fall in love with the son's character and not
Oh,
knowing
man.
that it
I
was
feel
his
like that's
son.
gonna happen though.
If it happens, I'll keep watching.
Okay.
I kind of want that to happen, but also kind of
Right?
don't want
Yeah,
that.
that'd be super weird, and I don't think there would be a good resolution to that.
Yeah. Okay, Stefan, you got a note?
I want to blow up the dad's spot real fast. When he went to the bathroom and shouted, "Bring me a towel" twice. Get your own damn towel.
Okay. You got the trick is you put the towel on the sink next to the shower, and then you can just kind of reach out.
See, like, whenever I go into the bathroom, I always have 3 towels with me, because you never know what's going to go down in the bathroom.
Wait, why do you? Is this a bit, or do you really?
No, Simon, I'm dead serious. You never know what's going to go down in the bathroom. Always be prepared with your 3 towels.
3 towels. Okay.
Sometimes
Well,
if I'm feeling extra paranoid, I'll bring in 4 towels.
What? Give me a situation where this could be helpful.
All right. So imagine you're taking a shower,
Yes.
and
I
you
can
come out of the
imagine
shower, and you're wet.
that. With you so far.
You're going to need a towel.
Mm-hmm. And then I need 3 more towels?
Just in case.
Just in case what? What's the...
I
What-
can't. I
what
can't. I
happened
can't
to my
disclose
other
industry
towels?
secrets on this podcast.
Okay. I mean, I sometimes use 2 towels, like one for my waist, around my waist, and one like on my hair. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Nice
Yeah. I
hair
see that.
towel.
And then one to dry you.
What?
And then one to dry you because the other 2 are for aesthetic purposes.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Oh, well,
Okay.
okay. How about you put one on your head, one around your like torso, one around your waist, and then the other is to dry.
Okay, but are
Yeah.
we counting a bath mat as a towel in this scenario? Because like you need something on the ground so
Ooh.
you don't like destroy your floors.
That's true. I don't know. Is a bath mat a towel? A bath mat. You can use a towel as a bath mat, but I don't think a bath like it.
Like
No,
that would
I
be
don't
an
think they're
That's just a bath
interchangeable.
mat, it's a towel.
that would be an unpleasant towel experience using a bath mat.
Yeah. How did we get here?
I don't remember.
I don't know, but I'm
Resurface? Okay. Another note I had from the beginning, like I think, wasn't it the first scene in the show? He's like he's flashing back to when he was using his legs to turn in circles around the floor.
Oh my god.
He's like, it was a crazy thing to do, but
I forgot about this.
is it a crazy thing to do? He said if there was an Olympics for turning in circles with your legs on the floor, I'd be up there.
He's dedicated.
Yeah, they
was.
cut out the scene where they brought doctors to the house to see if there was anything behind him running around in circles on the floor, and they told him it was too late.
I thought the show was just gonna follow him in his journey to make turning in circles on the floor with your legs an Olympic event.
I mean, like, just you wait. This is gonna come back
I
in the
smell a
finale
spin-off.
when they're fighting the boss of Final Fantasy XIV, and spinning in circles is the only way to defeat the
It's
boss.
his weakness.
Yeah.
It's just-
Oh my god.
That's great.
I'm crying again.
Okay.
So that was Final Fantasy XIV, Father of Light,
Dad of Light.
Dad of Light.
Oh
Well,
my god.
Final Fantasy XIV, the Light Daddy.
Light. A light dash of dad.
Ooh, it's on Netflix if you want to watch it.
I don't know
yeah.
anything about Final Fantasy, so I thought that this was like the 14th season of this continuous show.
Oh, that.
Man,
yeah.
did you guys see Final Fantasy XII, Dad of Light? That was whack. Can't believe they got 12 years out of this show. Oh my god. What if, like, every season... No, this is dumb. No.
Every season, it's a different dad.
I was going to say a different game, but yeah, a different dad works as well.
Well, it can't be a different game because it's Final Fantasy 1, Dad of Light, Final Fantasy 2.
Yeah, but, like, then
Already
you
set
have
that
the
up.
spin-offs. You can have, like, Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, a Dad of Light.
I guess.
You could have Final Fantasy 15 episode Disguise, Dad of Light. Those are all the Final Fantasy titles I
62,
know.
Leg spinner.
Final Fantasy Tactics, Dad of Light.
Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together, Dad of Light.
Is that a game?
I think so. Let me Google it.
What? Final Fantasy Tactics, Ogre, Let Us Cling Together.
No, I think it was just called Tactics Ogre.
Where did you bring the Let Us Cling Together part from? Stefan?
It's a Sega Saturn game from 1996.
Oh, okay. What was the mascot for Sega Saturn? Segata Senshiro. Have you seen those commercials?
I have not.
Those are okay, look those up. We have to all watch these. They're the best. Basically, he came in, beat people up mercilessly, and then told them to buy the Sega Saturn.
Like the Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, pretty much. But let's wrap this episode up. What would you guys rate Final Fantasy XIV Dad of Light?
On my paper, I wrote it 2. Did I say I wrote it? I rated it 2 out of 10. Not a big fan. No thanks.
2 out of... Wow, okay.
Hmm.
What I feel like we never really got into your major criticisms. What's your main problem with Dad of Light?
I have a lot of problems with it, but
Okay, give us the basics.
first
Like
of
just
all,
a short
why?
like IGN pros and cons. Do they still do that?
I don't think so, because
They used to. I liked that when they did that.
too much water.
Too much. I remember that meme. But
I didn't
Zoe,
know-
quick pros and cons list.
I like the comedic timing of it, but whose idea was it to make this? Like, what was the purpose?
Square
What audience
Enix.
were they aiming for?
So your main problem is with the concept in general.
Yeah, my main problem is why.
Why? Okay. So plus good comedic timing minus why.
Yeah.
Okay. Stefan, what's your rating for Final Fantasy XIV?
I would give it like a 4, I guess. Like, it's not terrible.
4 out of what? Out of 10?
A 4 out of 5, Simon.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well,
4 out
Zoe
of-
used 2 out of 10. So
Okay, so we're doing a 10-point scale.
we can use whatever. But
I'd give it a 4 out of 10. Like, we haven't seen it, so
wait,
like,
you went from 4 out of 5 to 4 out of 10.
No, I said 4. I said 4 out of. I was gonna say 4 out of 10, but then you asked out of what, so I'd make the goof that it was 4 out of 5.
Oh, okay. I get it. I've
All
been
right.
goofed.
The best jokes are the ones you have to explain. So yeah, it's not great, but it's not terrible. We also haven't seen most of it, so like I can't make
Yeah.
like a big judgment on it. But like the first impression is not the best.
Mhm.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
give this
It's
2
no-
out of 5 dads.
2 out of 5 dads.
Yes. It's
2 dads out of 5
I did
legs.
like the in-game parts. I thought the contrasting humor was well done, but I think everything outside of that was a little poorly executed, and yeah, I don't know. It wasn't very gripping, I guess.
It's no Terrace House, end of season 2 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Aloha State was a lot.
Okay, well,
Sorry.
I guess that kind of wraps up our episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
This is definitely enough for me to edit. This is like half an hour.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like we could talk for like about obscure video game commercials for at least a few more minutes.
I think we could, or we could save that for another episode, maybe,
Okay.
where we just talk about
Or
obscure
maybe just don't.
Japanese game commercials.
Let me tell you, I want to talk a lot about that Japanese Destiny 2 commercial.
Okay, well,
Okay.
you'll have the time.
Okay.
Next time on Drama and Ramen, we probably don't do that, but we will do something else. Actually, I was thinking for the next episode we could do our Halloween special, because by the time the next one airs, it's going to be after Halloween.
Oh, wow.
That's true.
So I was thinking, Oh My Ghost. I'm under the impression that there are spooks involved.
Okay. I'm in.
Yeah.
All right, nice. So
As long as it has spooks.
next time on Drama and Ramen, we maybe watch Oh My Ghost, a story about a girl who gets possessed and ends up loving it. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Maybe don't.
That's
was-
we need an outro.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
that's... There's always later. We love you, listeners.
Yes, I concur. This is we need a stopping point here.
We really do.
I'm drawing a line in the sand. Zoe, say goodbye, please.
Bye.
Let's all say goodbye together.
Goodbye. Boop-a-doop.